Alright, welcome back to Cobalt Black. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Hunter's Moon, a Sovereign Syndicate Adventure. Yeah, it's a long name. It's almost like an isekai name, but it's fine. Anyways, this just launched on November 24th, and in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you if this Victorian Steampunk Deckbuilder is worth your 20 bucks, or if you should wait for patches and sales. Alright, let's get it. So, Hunter's Moon is a roguelike deck builder set in a plague-corrupted version of Victorian London. If you've played the original Sovereign Syndicate, this is a prequel set in the same universe, but it's completely different genre. The first game was kind of a Disco Elysium-style RPG with tarot cards. This one? It's basically Slay the Spire meets Darkest Dungeon. You play as agents of the Syndicate, investigating this mysterious plague that's turning wildlife and people into Lovecraftian monsters. You pick one of 4 characters. Well, you start with one and you unlock the others, each with their own unique deck of cards. Then, you build your deck, fight through turn-based battles, and try to survive long enough to cure the plague. There's an interesting mechanic with the map traversal where you have a completely separate traversal deck, with cards taking you to battles, shop, or unique events, and you can pick those. It kind of gives you a little more sense of choice than the average node-based roguelite map. The core loop is familiar though. If you've played any deck builder, you play cards to attack and defend, manage your resources, make choices on that map, unlock stuff, repeat. Pretty standard for the genre. Alright, so let's talk about what works. First off, this game looks incredible. The art style is a gorgeous mix of steampunk machinery and gothic horror, heavy shadows, cel-shaded characters. It really reminds me of Darkest Dungeon's aesthetic, but with more Victorian steampunk vibe than straight up medieval plague vibe. The UI is really clean. Very Slay the Spire inspired, which I appreciate because it's functional and easy to read. The narration is genuinely excellent. The voice actor who narrates most of your journey does a really great job at creating atmosphere. The writing paints these vivid pictures of horrible things happening, and the voice work sells it. It's eerie, it's unsettling, and it works. The deck building itself is solid. 4 different classes with unique cards and playstyles: your brute, your soldier, your alchemist, and the starting character. Each one feels distinct enough that unlocking them actually matters. There's a very good variety of cards, upgrade paths, and the game has a sanity system. I believe it's called nerve in this game. On top of your health, it adds an extra layer of resource management. It's pretty cool. You can heal vigor pretty easily, but sanity is much harder to restore, which creates some interesting tension. And there's the meta progression. You've got an airship you upgrade between runs. You unlock new cards, new relics, enchanted tarot cards that modify your runs. So even when you fail, you're making progress towards the next attempt. And that's really important in a roguelike. But here's where we need to talk about the problems, because there are some problems. Balance in this game is weird. Several reviews and players have said the game is noticeably easier than other deck builders in the genre, including myself. Someone won their first run. Now maybe that's fine if you want a more chill deck builder, but if you're coming from Slay the Spire or Monster Train expecting that level of challenge, you might be disappointed. It sounds like some strategies are just way stronger than they should be, and the game really hasn't been tuned to punish you finding broken builds yet. The characters themselves don't get a lot of personality. You're playing as these agents, but they don't really shine as individuals. Most of the story comes through the narration and text encounters, not character development. If you care about that, and I know some of you do, it's a missed opportunity. And honestly, I think the game just needs more time in the oven. It feels like it launched maybe a month or 2 before it was ready. Foundation's excellent, but polish in certain areas isn't quite there. So how does it stack up? If you love Slay the Spire, you'll recognize a lot of the structure here. The map progression, the card combat, the relic system, it's clearly inspired by it. But Hunter's Moon has its own identity with the steampunk horror setting, the sanity mechanics, the map progression, traversal deck. If you love Darkest Dungeon's atmosphere, you'll probably appreciate what this game is going for visually and tonally. It's not as brutally difficult, but it has a similar vibe. Price-wise, it's 20 bucks, with a 10% launch discount. For a deck builder, that's pretty reasonable, if the game was more polished. As it stands right now, I think that's a little steep for a game that needs some work. Alright, bottom line, should you buy Hunter's Moon? Here's my honest take. The game has the bones of something really good. The art is fantastic, the atmosphere is great, the deck building is solid, and the meta progression gives you reason to keep playing. But it launched with some balance problems and some other issues and needs a bit of optimization. My recommendation? Wishlist it, wait for patches, and grab it on sale. If you are absolutely desperate for a new deck builder right now and you don't mind some rough edges, grab it with the launch discount and know you're getting in early. But if you can wait, give it a month or 2. Let the developers iron out bugs, do some balance passes, and add free content updates they've mentioned. This could easily be one of the better indie deck builders of 2025. It just needs a little more time. If you want to see me actually play this game and form your own opinion, I've got a full Let's Play on the channel. There will be a link in the description, pinned comment, and I think there should be a card on screen right about now that'll let you go right to that video. Let me know in the comments, have you played the original Sovereign Syndicate? Are you more interested in easier chill deck builders, or do you want that monster train level challenge? Anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.